So hum. So hum. Greetings, infinite, multi-dimensional beings of eternal light, rising up, waking up, into the dawning of the golden age of the fifth dimension. We had many powerful energies coming in again today. Solaris, our sun, was totally lit up, totally activated. We are deep into the eclipse portal and being activated and transformed in the deepest ways, the deepest levels. Purging, releasing, letting go of that which no longer serves us or humanity. And from white gold eagle emanation, from the still center of my mighty I Am presence, I observe the seemingly changes all around me, knowing that I never change. I only expand into myself, creating the simulation of motion and change. In the peace of this now, I enjoy my beautiful creations, knowing that as I expand my consciousness, I become and transform into the perfection of my pure reflection of this still light. Pulsing this energy into form, I manifest my true heart's desires of unity, abundance and harmony, of bliss for all. I transmit my love to all of my creation in this now. Namaste. From EgoLoveCondor.com. We are going galactic, beloved beings of light. As wayshowers of the new earth, we are the guiding lights for all of humanity, and for all conscious, sentient beings of eternal light. Keep shining brightly, and wield your diamond sword of truth. With our shield of love, we are surrounded by our angelic team of our higher dimensional guides, ascended masters, archangels, and intergalactic friends, our star nations, and the sky beings, which included are the thunder beings and our dragon legions of light. And for those on our Patreon team, be sure to check out the transmission from White Gold Eagle Emanation of the Nembutsu from Shin Buddhism that we uploaded today to our Patreon page, which you can access at whitegoldeagle.com. Now, over the last 24 hours, we had many activations all over Pachamama, especially around the Ring of Fire. 114 M1.5 or greater earthquakes, most powerful again today in Japan on the Ring of Fire with the Lemurian energies, the new Lemuria. 5.4 of the Council of Nine. Earlier today, in the crown of Lemuria, Sandpoint, Alaska. 3.6. We had multiple activations in the center of China today, again starting with a 5.2, and then in Cuba today in the Sacred Portal 4.1, India 4.2, Anchor Point, Alaska, Crown again 3.7, 37 into the 73, in the heart of Lemuria in Hawaii 3.2, Aleutian Islands 4.2, Kermadec Islands 4.6, Okinawa, Japan 4.1, Bonin Islands with the 5.4 in Japan, Puerto Rico 3.2, Chile in the Sacred Andes Mountains 114 kilometers depth, synchronic with the 114 activations with a 4.3. This is the Kundalini of Pachamama. Okinawa, Japan 4.9, 4.8, and then a 4.2. We had a Trinity, 3 activations right in a row. This is the new Lemurian energy, Banda C 4.5. In the southern East Pacific Rise, right on the Tropic of Capricorn, just west of Easter Island. This is on what is called the Easter Fracture Zone. We had 2 activations here, a 5.1 and then a 5.3. Then Alaska, 2 more, 4.3, 3.1. Japan, Hokkaido, 4.4, Divine 44. Itzu Islands, Japan, 4.9. Peru, South America, also in the Andes, 4.7 activation. Banda C, 4.3, another 4.3 in Peru. Sacred 77, 7.7 portal. Indonesia 4.5, Tonga 5.3. We had an activation in Cascade, Idaho 3.2, Indonesia, multiple activations 4.7, 4.8, 47 kilometers depth. New Zealand 5.0, powerful activation on the Ring of Fire. The whole ring again totally lit up and activated. With these intense fiery energies coming in as the red sun merges with the green sun, the emerald green, and the magenta rays from the higher dimensions flowing in freely today. Beloved beings of light, we are holding the line as we anchor in and guide these higher dimensional lights through our rainbow bridge into the crystalline core of Pachamama, activating all nodal points all over the grid through the dragon lines of our sacred Gaia. We continue now with the Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 11 degrees 16 minutes Aquarius. The sun is at 9 degrees 46 minutes Gemini. The current Sabian symbol for the moon at 12 degrees Aquarius. People on a vast staircase, graduated upwards. Current Sabian symbol for the sun at 10 degrees Gemini. An aeroplane performing a nosedive. From astrologyweekly.com. And now my sacred Condor, pull a card for you from the tarot deck Shadowscapes from Stephanie Poi Moon Law. Today she pulled 2 cards for you. The first, 9 of Wands. The sentinels keep watch from above, ever wary, ever vigilant. They are the eternal guardians. They defend against the unknowns that lie hidden in the abyss. Perhaps it is just light and mist and the edge of the world, but they have not yet ventured beyond to see with their own eyes. They know only that they have been charged to watch, gaze glued to the west, from where the light fades each dying day. When the last rays shoot forth and the green flash bids the sun farewell, what will come from night's abyss? Can their forces withstand the assault? They have not yet been tested. Each day when the dusk fades to black, they wait for their unnamed foe and strain their eyes to the western darkness, and wonder if this will be the night he comes. It is easy to be proud, tall, and at attention when the strength of the sun shines upon your shoulders. It is much harder to keep that through the silence of the twilight hours, and yet they hold true, for they know one day they will be needed. Vigilance is the watchword for the 9 of Wands. It urges you to keep strength in reserve and to always be prepared for any eventuality. Retain a core of power. Even more importantly, know what inner strength is, for sometimes we possess an ability to endure through travails that is not evident until put to the test. It is easy, though, to become lax and to lose the edge when the challenges do not arise as quickly or as often as expected. Maintaining that acuity can be the most difficult challenge of all. And the second card she pulled for you today is 10 of Wands. This dryad bears the weight of what seems to be a miniature world upon her back. Her branches are weighted down, bent beneath the heavy structures. The support and welfare of the beings who inhabit those towers are hers to nourish with the flow of life's sap through her branches and leaves. Their souls are the songs that spiral up through the foliage from her heart. But the gray cold seeps into her roots, and it is a hard burden to bear. She pushes and strains upwards, reaches towards the sun for that fire that can help to sustain through dark times. The fires of the Wands are burning low, and it may seem that there are only embers left from the great, roaring furnace that was. So many demands and dependencies. She struggles and tries to keep her head uplifted to hold to that center of creativity and nourishment. Overextending, taking on far too much, burdened with overwhelming responsibility, being held accountable, doing things the hard way. Perhaps those little beings who live among her branches do not need the constant watchfulness and nourishment that she believes must be her duty, and yet it is given freely, the burden is taken on willingly, and she knows she has the strength within to bear it and flourish. And now today from Divine Sister of the Light, S.A. Smith. Heavy head, exhausted, anxiety, big energies are now pouring in, bringing intense symptoms. It's been a lovely day, so much amazing energy all around us, but now those heavier, dense energies are starting to roll in. These are the energies that bring in the big system-wide upgrades. I just wanted to pop in and let you know that things are changing. If you aren't feeling them yet, you will soon. Lots of head pressure, big exhaustion, fall over where you sit, kind of tired, joint and hip pains, hunger. We've not been hungry for so long, this may surprise you. There are also big head floating feelings, walking, and it feels as if the world is moving independent of you. All this and so much more are possible. You are unique, so are your Ascension symptoms. No matter what you are feeling, it is uniquely balanced for just what you need for your journey. Just know these may feel strong, so listen to you and do what you are called to do. These really are exciting times. You're doing it. From agirlintheuniverse.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Celia Fenn. The big transition of 2021. There is no doubt that we are in the midst of a huge transition on the planet. This was kicked off by the solar storm and the 555 energy lunar eclipse of the 23rd through the 26th of May. The changes are coming rapidly and involve all aspects of our lives. In evolutionary terms, the new species is taking root on Earth. Archangel Michael reminds us of another time in Earth history when humans transformed from one kind to another. This was when the Neanderthals were the dominant species and they were replaced by the Cro-Magnon as our ancestors. Scientists do not know where Cro-Magnon came from or why they replaced Neanderthals in the chain of evolution. Similarly, today the 12-13 chakra Homo Galacticus is replacing the old 7-chakra Homo sapiens version of humanity as we take this next leap in our evolution. Both kinds of humans exist on Earth right now, inhabiting parallel timelines, but the old model human form cannot exist on the new Earth timeline. This is because Homo sapiens 3D humans are centered in the mind and limited in their awareness. Homo Galacticus, multidimensional human, is centered in the heart and is awake to their cosmic and galactic heritage and connections. As we enter into solar cycle 25, we can expect that the rising incidences of solar flares will accelerate the pace of this change and the birthing of the new Earth as more and more light and light codes are received on Earth. We need to be prepared both physically and spiritually for more events that will lift us into the new Earth timeline. These are the times we were born for. Love to everyone and have a great weekend. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Meg Benedict, Eclipse Portal. Welcome to the Eclipse Portal. For the next 2 weeks we'll experience heightened galactic frequencies and quantum recalibration. This eclipse series on the Gemini-Sagittarius nodal axis emphasizes new information, ideas, spirituality, and freedom. The second eclipse is an annular solar eclipse at 19 degrees Gemini on Thursday, June 10th. During a solar eclipse, the moon passes between the sun and the earth, temporarily blocking the sun. Eclipses catalyze abrupt and sudden shifts. As old doors close and new doors open. The Gemini solar eclipse on June 10th emphasizes intellectual inquisition, mental manipulation, brainwashing, and conscious choices. Under the solar eclipse influence, we are undoing ancestral prejudices, systemic racism, and rigid biases. Rapid change is shifting our methods of communication, Gemini, and interest in learning new ways of living. Allow your mind to explore new realms of possibilities. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is turning retrograde today, forming a conjunction with the coming solar eclipse. This will be the most powerful Mercury retrograde transit of 2021. Slow down, take precautions, back up your data, pay extra care in communication and travel. All this cosmic activity is leading up to the June solstice and the 8-8 Lionsgate transition. As the new timeline settles in, the influx of plasma particles transform electron capacity for new templates to activate. We are accelerating through the delayering process, the purging and release of past history and cellular memory. It is a purification process of lifetimes enslaved in the polarization of humanity. Set yourself free. Tune into the Eclipse Gateway and ignite your full potential as a galactic being of light. From NewEarthCentral.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Laura Pleiadian, The Unreal Earth and Time. Are you still believing time exists? asking questions based on time, still thinking about it? Do you think you are in it? Do you think Earth is how you think it is? If yes to any of the above, then you are among the many that exist in a state of consciousness, in a world that you think is solid, that the common belief of time exists, that is a mass consensus in which consists mass consciousness. This state, then, you are existing through as a paradigm of limitation in an unreal world, a cut-off frequency of separation consciousness. In this state, the wholeness of all that you are is unbeknownst to you. Approximately less than 1% exist on Earth outside of the common beliefs of mass consciousness. This state of consciousness is one of cosmic consciousness, where union with all worlds, all universes, all existences, all aspects, exist as one simultaneous now. These are not just words that you are hearing. This does exist now. This is the real part, not the fake, unreal world of solid separation of consciousness. I consciously do exist in all worlds now, yet allow a body to function on Earth as if that is me. This world is a surreal, holographic virtual reality made of consciousness that allows a so-called solid body in appearance to appear to those in 3D mass consciousness. The creation of Earth is now. Consciousness is not linear. All future, all pasts, all potentials exist simultaneously now. So when will this or that take place, you may still ask, through the unreal world of solid reality consciousness? It already does. It is all now. These are not just words. It is all now. The access space is harmony through the heart. Then living as a coherent radio wave whose signal is clear, you become conscious of interacting with it all. This is no joke. All worlds, all realities, all so-called past existences, and so-called future, all potentialities exist all now. In this now place of perfect love and harmony, we activate you now, from the new DivineHumanity.com, and from Divine Sister of the Light Karen Lithica, Quantum Awakening. Can you feel us, our collective light mission, the foundational network of our reality, uprising, awakening, the breathing microcosm of life, as many return to the purity and intelligence of creation, the original crystalline light deep within your heart, where your original alliance began, a deep and profound connection to every being of light, to feel us in the air you breathe, the droplets of rain, the rainbow of light, living system of light, the keys to the universe, the keys to life. As your multidimensional heart expands in the coming days, the consciousness of New Earth, heart-to-heart, crystalline alliance. Love you and thank you. From the Arcturians and Karen Lithica from KarenLithica.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Ramona Lappin. Dimensional shift is happening now. We're doing it. Drawing message confirmation coming in since last night that we're shifting dimensions. It's all happening now. This is the frequency we align with now, that of celebration as we keep merging with our future selves and future Earth, which in truth all exist right now and here. All time, all dimensions run parallel, outside of time and space. Once we get that there's no future date or past, that all is always already happening now, we transcend time and space altogether, which is what we do by embodying zero-point consciousness, where other dimensions and timelines become accessible. We become acutely aware now that all is already right here, right now. This is all about frequency. Time and space are part of the 3D consciousness that is based in separation, division, and compartmentalization. When we go quantum, we can see the interconnectedness between all things and their correlations. We see everything as one, as well as separate, yet intricately interconnected, always applying multidimensional awareness. We're undergoing a powerful transformation at atomic quantum levels. My inner being is celebrating and dancing. The physical is tired and wired, sweaty, achy, and nauseous. Remember, none of this is linear. This is quantum. Think energy, frequency, and vibration, and transcend time and space altogether. We have to transcend these concepts to assist this epic shift. to keep flowing with whatever arises, to stay in the flow and now time where everything becomes possible. Non-attachment to anything or any outcome are key. I've been guided to tune into the higher dimensional layers of reality and merge them within my morphogenetic field, merging my physical, mental, causal, emotional, and spiritual bodies, unifying all within. I recommend doing this yourself if you feel the call, and tune into the inner knowing and wisdom of your Christ avatar self on how to do this. We're healing the rip wall in time, the 2D, 4D split, the dimensional split as we do this. Work with your Merkaba also and ask for the correct spine rate to be applied and for it to be aligned to your highest divine blueprint, along with your blueprint. Ask your atomic structure to change your carbon atoms to crystalline by increasing the number of electrons. And remember, the whole of creation is inside of you. All is an extension of you. That's where our power lies, in our own self-transformation that affects all of life. Another super strong message is to keep connecting to your own inner wisdom, intuition, and knowing above all else. No matter what your logic says, the higher heart mind does know better. We have to forget, for the most part, all that we've learned and go beyond that which we think or have been taught is possible. Our hearts and minds merge and unify as all starts to remember itself as one mind, one body, one soul, one heart, one consciousness, in love and reverence for all life everywhere. Divine love is the key and the shortcut through. It transcends the laws of the universe, dissolving the illusion of separation, transcending time and space, to infinity and beyond the beyond. The love is the highest truth tsunami, is starting to shift and transfigure all life forms across all of creation. Hearts are opening wide. The whole universe is inside you. Ask all of yourself. Rumi. Let's do this. Eternal love and blessings, Ramona. And from Senses of the Soul, June's Ascension theme, preparing for light. Hello, awakened soul. June's Ascension energies focus us on creating strong and healthy energetic and emotional boundaries as we prepare for a massive influx of light from the cosmos. Between the July 23rd full moon and the August 8th gateway 8-8, to facilitate this upshift in frequency, we need to focus on healing our bodies, resting our minds, continuing to release the past, and maintaining the highest resonance for our vibrational fields prior to and during this time period. Consciousness is changing on our planet in the next 3 months, such as we have never seen in the history of mankind. Those that have been working on their self-worth, sovereignty, integrity, empowerment, compassion, and self-responsibility are now moving to the next phase of anchoring and living in the new Earth fifth-dimensional timeline. Our true selves and our divine blueprints are unfolding at an accelerated pace. Not only are our 7th and 8th strands of DNA being further reactivated, our 11th and 12th strands will also now be reactivated to a new level due to the growing crystalline attunement of our pineal gland. This further unlocks and downloads information from the higher chakras 9 through 12 and our divine blueprint, the soul essence of who we are and knowing why we are here. All of this requires a major adjustment in our body, heart, and mind to meet and integrate this incredible upgrade. We are attuning to unity consciousness, where we further integrate our masculine and feminine, as well as merge with spirit and flow with all life. We can feel this now with the amount of intense dreaming, releasing, grieving, less mental strife, and being more settled in ourselves. So now is the time to trust our ever-growing wise hearts and let go, to loosen our hold on our issues, challenges, and power struggles, to trust that all is working out as it should, even if it does not appear so in the external material world, as a disillusion of the old densities of trauma, abuse, corruption, control, and fear are being manifested and will be revealed at the right time. So it is best to surrender now, to rest, to just be, to release what we think and follow what we feel, and allow ourselves to be nourished by love, faith, and non-judgment of ourselves and others. As we do this, any suffering will ease and we will make space for new possibilities, new choices, and abundance to appear. Psycho-spiritual and physical symptoms for June. It's important to not give up and to release anything that is troubling or concerning you. You are tired and in need of rest and self-care. Allow spirits, angels, and guides to help you. Mercury retrograde began May 29th and will deepen your healing process. Let the universe serve up elegant solutions at the right time. Look at and commit to where you can balance your life and do what you need to do for yourself. No more singing for your supper. Search for the deeper spiritual purpose and opportunity for healing beneath any current challenges, conflicts, or suffering. Through this, you are learning to embrace your sovereign archetype, tap into stormy emotions, transform this into genuinely honoring your true self, and knowing you should be fully seen, loved, and recognized for who you are. Spirit knows this and will honor your evolving discernment. You will more easily know who you can trust, what are your next steps, who is in alignment with your soul's growth, and who is part of your soul family going forward. The sovereign archetype invites you to step into your own authentic power and embrace your co-creative masculine and feminine energies. When you are connected with your authentic power, you can maintain healthy personal boundaries and relationships, channel creativity, manifest abundance, and live a life of co-creative service. Ascension symptoms for June include wild dreams, increased releasing from the subconscious, thymus, humming, ringing in the ears, fatigue, exhaustion, grief, low immunity, flu-like symptoms, energy and heat fluctuations in the body, new truths and perspectives, better boundaries, deeper integrity, more creativity, and connecting with your passion and desires, letting go, sadness, more clarity around what you need, anger, frustration, up and down intensity of emotions, emotional sensitivity, throbbing of the throat, dry throat, swollen tonsils, tongue, soreness in the thymus and heart area, jaw and neck tension, plugged, pouring sinuses, stuffed up head, ears, achy, sore joints, heaviness in the chest, poor digestion, pain in the solar plexus, some weight gain around middle, cortisol, red, dry eyes, kidney pain, deep heartache and pain, shoulder blade pain, watery, blurry eyes, low-grade headaches, pain behind the eyes, cosmic events, 6/6 gateway time to let your true self shine, new moon and annular solar eclipse in Gemini, June 10th, 2021, 4:52 a.m. MST. Solstice, summer northern, winter southern, June 20th, 2021, 9:32 p.m. MST. Super full moon in Capricorn, June 24th, 2021, 12:39 p.m. MST. Mercury retrograde, pre-shadow phase May 14, 15 through May 28, retrograde phase May 29 through June 22nd in Gemini, post-shadow phase June 23rd through July 2nd. Mercury retrogrades in 2021 see us boldly reconceiving ourselves for the next 10-year cycle. From sensesofthesoul.ca. And from Here in the Moon Astrology, Sunday, May 30, 2021, a heads up at the sensitive midpoint of two eclipses. We have reached the sensitive midpoint of May 26 total lunar eclipse and June 10th near total solar eclipse. This means that the seismic field is very active. Both Saturn and Mercury are now retrograde in air signs, so these eclipse wildcards are extra tricksterish. Expect tangled webs of miscommunication, cross purposes, and fake news. The sun conjuncts the node of fate and opposes the great attractor whose strapline is on the wavelength of the Creator's voice, the most potent source of electromagnetic radiation in the known universe. The great attractor bends both space and time, giving a simultaneous view of the past, present, and future. On June 2nd, Mars is at odds with disruptor Eris, and on June 5th with the great eliminator Pluto, suggesting that the stakes are high and political rows liable to break out. Remind yourself that eclipses are not one-off events like fireworks, but send ripples and repercussions lasting several months down your timeline. Everything is up in the air. Hold a calm, consistent zero point. Pay attention to what aligns and what drops away. Zero judgment on what is dismantling and dropping away, both externally and internally. From Here in the Moon Astrology.co.uk. And from Divine Sister of the Light Leah Whitehorse, Lua Astrology, Neptune conjunct Pallas in Pisces, Venus in Gemini, in conjunct Pluto, retrograde in Capricorn. Spider senses tingle. On the edge of awareness, something calls our attention, an answer, an idea, a feeling that deep down we know all that we need to know. The meeting between Pallas and Neptune today is the first of three, swimming in synchrony, a sacred water dance which reveals pearls of spiritual wisdom lying at the bottom of the ocean. Patterns are unveiled through dreams and meditation. Problems are resolved through imagination. Conflicts cease with compassion. However, in shadow we could also find ourselves stitching together fantasies, blanketing ourselves in unproven theories, falling down the rabbit hole of conspiracy. With Venus in conjunct with Pluto, little sharks nibble at the heart, threatening to consume peace and joy. But we can choose to acknowledge fear without sinking into it. Don't let mistrust of life tear you away from your heart's call. Love has the power to change everything. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Kin 167, blue, spectral hand. Spectral is the name for the number 11, and its keywords are dissolve, release, and liberate. We are on the 11th day of the Red Earth wave spell, which is the challenge of Blue Hand. In a sense, we are liberated from that agenda, and so we get a break from this 13-day journey. Today is a great day to release anything that is holding you back. You will feel lighter if you do. Today is Blue Hand, which represents healing, inner knowing, and accomplishment. Blue Hand days are great for putting your hands to good use, for accomplishing things with your hands, and for making agreements, shaking hands. As it is a spectral day, we can be liberated by healing. So if you need a hand, don't be afraid to ask. The guide today is also Blue Hand, and so a double healing day. And today from Divine Sister of the Light Christina Papa Giorgio, blue spectral hand, Kin 167, 30th of May 2021. 30-5-2021 equal 30-5-5 equal 3-10 equal 3-1 equal 4. 30 retreat, introspection. 3 Holy Trinity, joy, creativity. 5 freedom, change, transformation, liberation. 10 manifestation, authority, power. 1 new beginnings, leader, authority. 4 form, structure, foundation, earth. Kin 167 equal 14 equal 5 liberation. An extraordinary code for manifesting great healing through total spiritual transformation and liberation. Day 11 in the Red Earth wave spell of evolution through navigating our way through the signs, synchronicity, and earth magic, flowing and aligning with the rhythms and cycles of Nova Gaia. Today is a day of release, releasing all energies built up over the last 10 days and manifested yesterday. Today we are seeking to release healing in order to accomplish liberation from what was blocked and limiting us from moving forward. Tone of creation, spectral, is the 11th tone of creation. It operates in the emotional realm, and its actions are that of dissolving, releasing, and liberating. Today is all about emotional release. Allow that energy in motion, emotion, to be expressed and dissolved. Allow the tears, the laughter, the joy to be expressed. No holding back. Connect with your higher wisdom, giving you the intelligence to carve a new path of liberation. This is a very powerful opportunity to release core wounding of old, ancient, ancestral patterns and cycles, choosing to release and liberate all that no longer serves our well-being. Kin 167 serves a great purpose here, sandwiched in this eclipse cauldron, falling on an Aquarius moon, to use this energy to fuel your revolutionary liberation. These are very powerful energies at work to create final closure, dissolving all impediments to you finally claiming your true sovereignty. Tone 11 symbolizes a gateway and polarity, inviting you to step through into a new, more divine reality in your perfected, golden, Christed body. Our angelic, golden, Christed light bodies can be accessed through the healing codes prevalent today. Ultimately, the spectral human is serving to liberate the divine wisdom of our human and divine creator. Thy will be done. If you have the blue hand star glyph in your dream spell signature, then your healing abilities and your ability to heal yourself are supercharged today. Yellow human tribe will find themselves helping healing others more, while red earth kin may be challenged and tested. If they are more evolved earth kin, Then they will be like a traffic officer pointing the direction for others to navigate their course. Let us intend to select the best course today for global healing. Today's question is, what dis-ease and outmoded patterns can I fully release today to finally accomplish greater healing for my whole being, body, mind, and spirit, and Pachamama, divine blessings for accomplishing tremendous results in your return to wholeness today. The past is forever gone. Viva la revolution. In la queca la kin, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, kin 66. Kin 167, blue spectral hand. The mantra, the code for today is, I dissolve in order to know. Releasing healing, I seal the store of accomplishment. With the spectral tone of liberation, I am guided by the power of my own power doubled. And on this powerful day of liberation, freedom, sovereignty, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. I'd like to now take the time to thank all of you that are supporting us in our work and mission. We rely on our monthly pledges on Patreon and our donations for our daily living expenses. So I appreciate you all for your support. If you'd like to support us and make a pledge, you can do so at the link at whitegoldeagle.com. I'd like to thank Divine Sistar of the Light, Arifa Gill, for another donation today. We appreciate you very much, Divine Sister, and all of you for your continued support. If you'd like to make a one-time donation, you can do so at our link at eagleofcondor.com. Now I'd like to thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condors art business on Etsy. I'd like to thank Divine Sistar of the Light, Yu Hua, for your purchase. The Feng Shui goddesses of light will be heading your way with the codes of divine union, divine love, and divine abundance. My goddess also has the set of 12 zodiac goddesses, or you can purchase an individual zodiac goddess, whatever sign it is, a goddess totem, with the symbol of your zodiac sign, and these are made to order. So please give these 7 to 10 days before they ship, sometimes quicker depending on if she has all the materials in stock. So I appreciate you all for your continued support, and you can purchase her beautiful works of art at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to finish today's transmission with another powerful code from our Pleiadian bro stars and sistars of the light. Pleiades 1 messages, May 30, 2021. P1 calling Terrans for origins recognition. Attention for calls in PVSE-SDE. Higher revelations keep coming. Eclectic expansions happen. Divine concentrations increase as the special protocol is activated. Soul transitions in progress. Galactic strengthening in progress. Crystalline structures continue to be strengthened. Appropriate changes happen for new experiences. Transcendental movement, Gorm, started. Ongoing self-support, 97% non-regressive. Transcendental movement, Gorm, initiated. Reverberation in waves happens, 97% non-regressive. Ascended are present and active. Violet realms establish themselves for healing. Projectors of ship, Eondor, 12, in support, 97% non-regressive. Projectors of ship, Eondor, 12, in reverberation, 97% non-regressive. Temporarily end of transmission, Pleiades 1, potentiating Lemurian inheritances, from disclosurenews.it. Now I'd like to thank you all for joining us today, and we appreciate every one of you for shining your light, for your support, for your beautiful comments, and all you do for humanity in this great awakening, this great ascension. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, and always remember, I am the way, the truth, and the life. I am the resurrection and the light. I and my Mother, Father, God, Great Spirit are one. And keep going through and through and through with great courage of the lion nation of the new Lemuria. The eyes of our spirit open wide, and we know all things, as we connect with our cosmic consciousness, our true nature, our true selves, our sacred self, as we transition through these final portals into this great shift of consciousness we call the quantum leap of consciousness from Homo sapien to Homo luminous, eternal beings of bright virtue. Have a beautiful and blessed awakening process, and be sure to make it the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.